I grew up on Pokemon, Pokemon cards, Pokemon games, Pokemon TV shows, Pokemon movies. These golden cards I got from Burger King that I've held on to now for over 20 years in the hopes that they'd someday somehow be worth something. Pokemon was just a huge part of my childhood. But Pokemon has always clearly been missing one thing. Guitar riff themes for every Pokemon. So today I'm setting out to try to fix that. I'm going to select random Pokemon from the first 150 and then try to write a guitar riff or theme for each one that encapsulates its personality. I found a website that will give me a random Pokemon, so let's get our first one. Dugtrio. Dugtrio is kind of like 3 in 1, you know, because it has like 3 different heads. So let me think about how I would capture its personality. Immediately, I'm kind of thinking since there's 3 of them, maybe I can use thirds as an interval. And then something that feels like digging. Maybe just like hitting something over and over again with like a pickaxe. There we go, Dugtrio theme. Next up, we have Staryu. This is a weird one because it's kind of just like a starfish, and starfish don't have much personality. I associate Staryu with Misty. Let me just mess around with it and see what comes to mind. You know, maybe because Staryu lives in the water, it can be kind of like wavy, lots of vibrato maybe. And I don't know if it should sound ominous or happy. I feel like it doesn't really feel either way, it's kind of neutral. Something like this, maybe? For some reason, just the tapping kind of reminds me of water and sea creatures. There we go. I think it kind of captures it. All right, next up, we have Weezing. Weezing is an interesting one. It's always been kind of a gross Pokemon, a little bit creepy. Kind of has the toxic fumes coming out of it, and it's like 2 different molecules. So I'm thinking maybe some tritones. Something like that. There we go, Weezing's theme. All right, next Pokemon, we have Pidgeot. Pidgeot? Pidgeot. This one kind of just looks like a normal bird, but with fun hair. So I'm thinking of flying. For some reason, octaves just popped into my head. How fast is a Pidgeot? Maybe something like that, actually, because it kind of, I don't know, it feels like the bounciness of flapping your wings. Works for me. Now we have Omastar. This one kind of reminds me of Staryu a little bit, but obviously it's quite different. It has many arms, kind of wavy, has spikes, so maybe it's a little bit more intense. Let's see what we can come up with. For some reason, that's what popped into my head immediately when looking at this Pokemon, and I have no idea why. So I guess that's the theme. All right, next up, Rapidash. Now that's a good one. Flaming horses, maybe we can do something with a gallop and something fiery, something fast. Let's see what we can come up with. Definitely some sort of gallop will work. Maybe gallop into octaves? I think I want to go up in pitch. Maybe just gallop on the low string. I want to go to those octaves. Maybe we start with the low power chord here. Maybe a slide. Okay, I think we got it. There we have it, Rapidash theme. Now we have Gyarados. Now that's a fun one. Gyarados is a really iconic Pokemon, and now I need to think about how it translates to guitar. Immediately I'm thinking something with lots of slides in it, kind of a slippery feeling because it can go through the water quickly, and it's also kind of intense, so something intense and slippery feeling. Something like that, but maybe something a little bit more added to it. Something like that. I'm just thinking about it kind of swimming towards the water at you and it being scary. I think I want to build the intensity again, though. There we go, Gyarados' theme. Up next we have Metapod. Now this is a tricky one. It doesn't have a ton of personality. It's kind of just like there. I guess it's going to evolve into something more beautiful eventually. It has a hard shell. It seems like it's kind of solitary, maybe not super friendly. There's no part that's what's popping into my mind immediately for some reason, just kind of a ascending chromatic part, and then a little bit higher out there for some hopefulness, I guess, for the future. I guess also I'm kind of thinking of like the ticking of a clock because it's waiting to evolve into a butterfly. So also something that feels like waiting, but with a glimmer of hope for the future. Metapod's theme. All right, up next, Squirtle. Now this is a good one of my favorite Pokemon. When I think of Squirtle, I think of fun, silly, loyal, and water, obviously. Maybe more of a melody one for this one. Something hopeful. Kind of like the ascending up a melody here and make it sound more happy, more hopeful. I don't know why I'm associating Squirtle with hope so much. There we go, Squirtle's theme. Raichu, Pikachu's lesser known relative. Obviously, Raichu is electric, which fits with electric guitar. Let me think. So we got something that's electric, but maybe also a little bit sad because it's not as popular as Pikachu. Now maybe I'm feeling some tremolo picking. Maybe something like that, because it's quick, electric. But also a little sad. There we go, Raichu's theme. All right, we've gone through a lot of random Pokemon today. There are still quite a few more to do since there are 150 in that first generation, but I think I should cheat a little bit and do one last Pokemon today, and that is Pikachu. So when I look at Pikachu, I think friendly, I think electric, obviously. I think fast, bouncy, jumpy. I already used some tremolo picking for Raichu, so I think that could fit in this as well. Another option could be just big power chords from Pikachu, because Pikachu is powerful and inspiring. Maybe something a little bouncy and slidey too. There we go, Pikachu's theme. Alright, I think we've gone through enough Pokemon for today, but there are a lot more, so let me know if you'd like to see more. It's actually been a surprisingly good creative exercise, I think, to try to come up with these themes for these creatures. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.